So as you can see from the title, this is going to be a s'more station. So I already had the tray. I already had the canisters. I bought those for something else that I never used. So I had those canisters already on hand, and the tray I had already from Target. So I just went on here and just select the font you want, and I'm just going to send it to the Cricut machine and cut it out. I wanted to do this in black because I wanted my tray to be I wanted it because the tops were white. I figured that black print on the white tops would look sleek, but I didn't have any black vinyl, so I used what I had. And since Memorial Day was coming up and the 4th of July is next, I just decided to go on with the red because this is just for my family. So if I had company, this little station would be too small. So I do want to get some bigger canisters, so like, if you have a party, you get some bigger canisters. So anyway, you can see me fiddling around there. I'm on the Cricut machine, and I picked the font that I wanted, and I wanted to do like a circle around it, and I wanted the writing to be inside the circle. So I just went there and just just type in what you want, and everything they have will pop up. So I just put in open circle, and that circle popped up, and you can see what I'm doing there. I want the writing to be inside the circle, so I'm going to cut it out as one. So all you got to go to is the top right there and just pick duplicate in that one circle, and I duplicated it 2 more times so I can have enough for all my words. And so I'm just going to take them and I'm going to put the word inside the circle. And I only had a problem with marshmallows. Marshmallows is such a long word that it would not fit inside the circle. So I had to make it a little bit smaller, and then I decided to tilt it so it can fit. And tilting it gave it a whole different look. I really liked it better with the tilt on it than I did as it was straight. It turned out super nice, and see, you can see it there, and I like the little tilt effect that it gave to it, so I'm glad I decided to do that. So now I'm just going to send it to the machine, send it to the Cricut machine, and cut it. And when you do that, see, this, you got to remember to do everything. See, I don't want to cut it out like that, so I got to go back and fix that. So I don't want to waste that empty circle space, so you want to make sure that it's together. So what I didn't do is I forgot to weld it together. So at the bottom right there, you're going to just select. I could have selected all at one time. You're just going to select what you want to do, and then you're going to weld them all together so it can cut it. Therefore, you won't waste that empty circle. It can cut it out. You can see it right there. It's going to cut it out just like that with the word in the middle. So therefore, you won't waste that, just cutting out a circle, then cutting out the word and putting it together. You'll see when after I get them out of the Cricut machine, you'll see how together they are. So there you go. You got one sticker. You just got to peel off the paper and just put it on there. And I use that same one little piece of transfer tape for all 3 of them. I already have marshmallows on there, and so now I'm going to put Hershey bars on there. And I just eyeballed it and just got it close, to the center close to the center as in the center as I could, and without going over, just eyeballed it and just got it in the center how you want it. And that font, I did forget to tell you the name of that font was called Awesome Birds. And it was a download from DaFont, so you can get it from DaFont. That is one of my favorite fonts. So just gonna go and just scrape it a little bit, and then you just peel off the backing. And it attaches. This is adhesive vinyl. And so you just peel it off, and you just make sure that everything comes off of the paper. And you see a little of the word wasn't stuck. So you got to just scrape it down a little hard, but not too hard enough to make sure you just don't tear the paper. Scrape it off hard enough so all the words will come off. There we go. The Y is not coming off. So you just scrape it a little bit more and just make sure everything come off and know the words are stuck to the paper. So you won't have to go back and try to fix it. Because sometimes it's hard to try to put a letter back on unless you're really good at what you do. Which I am, but I'd rather for it to come off in one piece. So the last one I have to do is graham crackers. And like I said, I'm using that same one piece of paper that I cut out. And I do toss it after that because after a while it does lose its stickiness. I mean, you can probably use it again for something else, but I just don't. I used it there 3 times already, so I just tossed it after that. Just the satisfaction of it coming all off together and peeling off that paper. It just looks so cute on the paper. And that is I'm showing you, that is a wallpaper. It was actually used for border. I had border in my house a long time ago when I first moved in here. Do anybody still use border? I don't think so. I don't even know. Do they still even sell border? But anyway, I kept the little scrapey thing. And I'm glad I did because it works just fine with my Cricut machine. And it's a larger scraper, so I like it a lot. So I'm done. And I'm going to just peel that one off. And I'm done with all the canisters. And I just need to fill them up now. I have my marshmallows and graham crackers in there because I had to wait to put my Hershey bars in there because I had them in the kitchen and it's been a little warm here. So I had to put them in the refrigerator because they were melting. So I'm just going to break a few of them up and put them in there. I'm not going to put the whole package because it might be tempting for me to eat them. But anyway, onto the skewers. I bought those a couple years ago from not from Target. I bought those a couple years from the Dollar Tree. And it was 1 to a pack, but you can put 2 marshmallows on it. And it's really cool because it's a, what do you call it? Telescopic skewer. So you can pull it from the handle and it go all the way out. So therefore you're not that close to the fire, which is really nice. So I only bought 4 of those, and like I said, I had them for years. And so I'm done with my little tray. I lined it with felt from the Dollar Tree and put some little Target Dollar Spot napkins in there and my skewers, and I just gotta add my chocolate, and it is ready to go outside and make some s'mores. I inserted a picture so you can see it telescopic, whatever you want to call it. You can see how it looks, which I'm sure you already know what telescopic mean, but anyway, I am done with this project. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would so appreciate it. So I'm Shelly. Bye.